Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Whitney and this is Witch Sherry Beauty, and today we're going to be playing with the KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Foundation, and I am super excited to play with this. So if you want to see what I think about this foundation and see a 7-hour wear test, go ahead and keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button before you leave, and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've tested out this foundation, and we will jump right in. Okay, I am so freaking excited because today we're going to be playing with the Good Apple Foundation from KVD. So, Vegan Beauty, I guess they kept the name, they rebranded. I know that Kat Von D doesn't own the company anymore, so they've rebranded to KVD Vegan Beauty. And, oh my gosh, I am so excited. So, I have put this on my face before, but it was a real quick, like, throw it on the face, not really a wear test, and I wore a mask, and it was just not really anything. So we're going to actually be putting it to the test today, and we're going to really be putting it to the test because my face is breaking out. It is looking rough. It's actually a lot better than it has been, so thank goodness for that, but it is still pretty rough, so this is going to get a nice test. Also, this is a more hydrating foundation from what I understand, and I have oily skin, so we're going to do a very good skin prep for oily skin to try to give this a fair chance. But I've also heard a lot of reviews from dry skin people saying that they don't like it and it kind of like clings to dry patches, which luckily I'm oily skin, so I don't really get dry in very many places. So yes, I'm super excited. Let's get prepped so we can put this to the test. Okay, so I am going to prime with 2 primers today because I really want to give this a fair shot. So I'm going to go in first with my e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer, which is super gripping on the skin. So I feel like this is really going to help this adhere to the skin really nicely. Hopefully make it last longer on my oily skin. Okay, nice and tacky. I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute, and we're also gonna go in with the Smith & Co. This is the Black Drop Mattifying Face Primer, which I really like, and it's like a black charcoal primer. It's kind of jelly, and I'm just gonna go in to my T-zone with that. So this is what we have so far. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute, and then we will be right back to apply the foundation. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild sponge. I have a little bit on there already, and this is in the shade Medium 27, and we are just going to go right in. And I'm really going to try to spread this thin because it is very full coverage, and I want to try to put the thinnest layer on my skin so it doesn't get too cakey. Holy crap. It is still going just from that dip too. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more, put it on my forehead. Okay, so this is what it looks like on half of the face. And it is very full coverage right off the bat. I'm really enjoying it. It looks really nice and hydrating up close, which I love, but is scary because oily skin. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it up on the rest of the face, and then we will come back and finish up the bronzer and all of that. Okay, so I went ahead and finished it up on the whole face, and this is what we look like so far. I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. I love this concealer. And then I am gonna go in with the One Size Translucent powder, and I don't normally use a whole lot of powder, but I am gonna be pretty generous with this powder and just kind of press it in. Because this is a more hydrating foundation, and like I said, I want to give it a fair shot to work for my oily skin. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up my under eye real quick, and after I set this with powder, I'm not gonna lie, like, I already hate it. I don't know if you can see, but it took away most of the coverage, like in these areas here. It looks, oh yeah, you can see it right here. It looks so dry and so cakey, and I just don't understand, because I have hydrating foundations that I set lightly with powder, and I've never had one turn, a hydrating foundation turn this cakey. Normally I'm able to set them with powder, and then like it's still a little bit like luminous, but it's also set into place. This one just like immediately turned cakey, which I believe it has like a matte finish, but not really. Like, it's not matte enough on its own for it to stay on my oily skin, so like powder was an absolute must for me. But also when I'm watching people with dry skin review this, the same thing is happening to them. It's just turning cakey. It's just, like, that's the only word I can use to describe it. I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the review because I do want to test it out, but while we are putting on the rest of the face, I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about the foundation itself. It is $38 at Sephora. That is what I'm looking at right now. I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics bronzer and blush duo. These ones are in the shade Stay Rosy and Yummy Toffee. So pretty. I have a lighter one. It's a little bit too light for me, the bronzer is, so I'm gonna use this one today. So they are sold out of all of the shades but 3 on the Sephora website. This has 70 reviews on the Sephora website right now, and it only has 3.3 out of 5 stars. So viral, yes. Good foundation, not looking that way right now. Hopefully I can set it with some setting spray and kind of bring it back to life, and then like maybe I won't get super oily today, but just enough to bring this back to life, which has definitely happened before. We've seen that in my reviews in the past, so we are still going to give this a chance. This freaking bronzer and blush duo from Jaclyn Cosmetics are so good. I cannot say enough great things about them, honestly. And I have her lipstick, so I want to wear one today. I'm going in with the blush shade. How freaking, it is seriously so pretty. These are very buildable, which I enjoy, which is why I'm keeping the lighter shade that I have, because it does work. I just have to do a little bit more building. I prefer my blushes and bronzers to be buildable anyway, so that is okay. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up the rest of my face because my camera battery is dying and I wanted to get through this. So this is what we are looking like right now. I'm still not a fan. It still looks really bad in these areas right here. My forehead doesn't look bad. Around my cheeks here doesn't look bad at all, but just like this area just looks so textured. I did spray it. Let me go ahead and give it another spritz of the Professional Super Setter. I didn't want to spray it with something hydrating because I do not want it to get super oily. And I feel like it's already going to get a little bit oily. That made it look a little bit better, the second spray. So this is it for now. It is pretty late in the day. It's already 5 o'clock. So let's see how long we can wear this. Honestly, right now at this time, I'm feeling like this is going to be a no for me, but we will see in a few hours. I will check back with you guys and I'll let you know how I feel about it. Okay, so we are back. It is now 10 o'clock, so it has been 5 hours. I have had my glasses on because I need to go get a new eye exam, so I don't have any contacts right now. So I am going to have some wearing. I already know where my glasses were sitting. Oh, it took off one of my rhinestones. So let me get up close a little bit. I do have some wearing right here. We're going to ignore that because, and I'm just going to try to tap that back in. It's actually not horrible wearing. It's not too bad, but that's for my glasses, so we are going to let that go. So first thing I noticed, oh my god, it's so bad, is right here. Look at this. It's so caked up. Oh my god, and it's not even blending out. It's just caked. Also, honestly though, it's a little bit cakey here, but the cheek area looks phenomenal. My forehead is actually not too oily and it actually looks really good as well, but here is really bad. Glasses wearers, people who wear glasses, it's like it's really bad in here, and it is pretty textured in this area. It's not super oily, honestly. Oh, it's so bad right here. Honestly, just a texture that I do not enjoy. It's not super oily, so honestly, like oily skin wise, I think it's gonna pass, but somehow I do not understand how it's making my oily skin look dry in places. Like, that's what I don't understand. I am oily, so I don't understand how this looks so cakey down here that it's making my skin look dry, and that's the texture of it that I do not enjoy, is how it's making me look so cakey. And then it's kind of breaking up, so it's kind of looking like I have dry patches, which I don't ever have problems with. So I'm still not enjoying it right now. I do not think I'm going to like it any better, I'm going to be honest, but I am going to wear it for a few more hours and just see what I think. So I will check back in just a couple hours. Okay, so it is 12:30 and it's been about 7.5 hours since I applied the foundation. And I'm gonna take off my glasses so you guys can see. Definitely not for glasses wearers, that's for sure, because it is pretty bad around this area. Honestly, I think since the last check-in this has gone very downhill. It still looks really bad around the nose. It's looking pretty oily on the forehead and it's starting to break up pretty bad. And the chin still looks pretty bad, so I'm gonna say this is definitely a no for oily skin people. So I'm not really sure who they were making this for, because I've also heard a no for a dry skin people as well. So I think this foundation all around is just a no for everybody, and it just went viral because the coverage is pretty awesome, but only at first. So that is all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button before you leave, and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've tested out this foundation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.